Want to know the secret behind getting amazing people photos on your trip like the pros do? In this video, I'm going to be giving you my top 5 tips on getting great photos of locals when you're on your trip. Hi there. If you don't know me yet, my name is Jen and I am the owner of Launch Your Travels, where I teach people how to plan and take their own trips. Now, one thing I constantly get asked all the time is how to take photos of people. This seems to be one of the main parts of photography, parts of travel photography that most people are intimidated to do. Most people find it very difficult to go up and talk to other strangers or take photos of strangers. So I'm going to give you these 5 tips, and these should get you well on your way to taking some great photos. So the first one is be a human first and a photographer second. Now, what I mean by this is ask for the photo. Now, this isn't always possible, but when it is, do it. No one wants to have a camera shoved in their face and just someone starting taking their photos. You wouldn't like it. I wouldn't like it, and neither would anyone else. So have the courtesy, be nice, be a human being, and just ask, raise your camera up and just kind of point to your camera if they don't speak English, or if they're further away, do that. And you can just kind of hold up your camera, make eye contact, and that will help you along the way. Now, when you do get a no, accept it and move on. So the second one is have your camera set up and know how you're going to take the photo before you go and ask. Now, this one's important because no one wants to wait around while you're trying to figure out your settings, how you want the photo to be taken, and all of that time-consuming things. Another thing that this does is that it makes the person who you're taking a photograph of very uncomfortable because they are standing there and you might have your camera up and taking photos and you're just trying to adjust everything. They don't necessarily know that. So they think that either they're doing something wrong or they're just going to become more and more awkward the longer you take to take their photos. So make sure you have all of that set up so that you are able to have a nice quick encounter, not take up too much of their time, and get that shot. Now, the third one I want to talk about is don't sneak the photo. The more you are upfront about it and not necessarily using a long telephoto lens, you're going to get much more interesting and engaging photos. People are going to engage with you and the camera. So you're going to be able to get those real human moments instead of just standing in a corner, with your telephoto lens and taking the shots. Sometimes that does work, and it just happens to be you being in the right place at the right time and you're able to get that shot, but not all the time. So if you are wanting a specific shot, or you are near them, or they can see that you're taking photos, give them a wave, show them your camera, and then you're good to go. We go to tip number 4. So tip number 4 is smile. This will get you so much further. When you get nervous and you are not sure if you should ask, or going up to a stranger, this is when we forget to smile because we're nervous. So we usually have like a very either a frown or just a concerned look on our face. This doesn't invoke very friendliness or people to trust you and whatnot. So make sure you go up to people, smile. I like to be a complete goof, so I will just start laughing, and I will compliment people on something that they're wearing or their hair, and just make them feel at ease. The more you do this, the more they're going to trust you to take their photo, and they're going to be at ease. So that way you're going to get much better photos than just a very stiff photo. Now, the last and 5th tip that I'm going to give you is don't tell people to smile. Let them be who they are. This is the reason why you're wanting to take a photo of them in the first place. So let them be who they are. People don't always have to smile in photos. Like you saw in most of my photos, not a lot of people were just, smiling and cheesing. That's not the type of photos that you want in your trip album anyways. So make sure you are letting them be who they are, and they will become a lot more genuine. So I hope you try out some of these tactics, and you'll see your photography of locals improve so much more. Now, if you are wanting some more information about this, you can definitely check out my travel photography course that's on my website. And I have a lot more to say about travel photography and photographing people while on your trip. Now, when you are ready to travel again, you want to be up to date with all the changes that have happened within travel. Now, with this, I have created a guide to traveling during COVID-19. There's definitely a lot of things that you want to take into account and be aware of before you head out on your trip. This way, you're going to have some checklists. You're going to have a lot of ideas of what needs to get done and what you need to be aware of so that you have a really great time and be safe at the same time. So other than that, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, night, wherever you are, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.